After 60, do this to avoid memory loss. 5 simple habits. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there? Or maybe you've struggled to remember a name that was just on the tip of your tongue. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? Like your brain is playing a little game of hide and seek with you. But here's the good news: you're not losing your mind, and you're certainly not alone. In fact, small memory lapses are just part of the natural aging process. But what if I told you that you have the power to keep your mind sharp, focused, and full of life, no matter your age? Imagine waking up every morning feeling clear-headed and energized, ready to take on the day with a sharp mind and a sense of purpose. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Well, it's absolutely possible. Memory loss isn't something you just have to accept as part of aging. You can fight back, and it's easier than you think. All it takes are a few simple habits that can fit seamlessly into your daily life, keeping your brain strong and your memory intact. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Moving your body is one of the best ways to keep your mind sharp. Now, I'm not saying you need to start running marathons or lifting heavy weights. But getting up and moving, even just a little each day, can do wonders for your brain. When you walk, stretch, dance, or even do a bit of gardening, you're increasing blood flow to your brain, delivering much-needed oxygen and nutrients to those hard-working neurons. I have a friend named Linda. She's 67, and she swears by her morning walks. Every day, she heads outside, listens to her favorite music, and just walks. Nothing fancy, nothing extreme. But you know what? She says she feels more alert, remembers things more clearly, and even sleeps better at night. It's like pressing a reset button for her brain every single morning. And the best part? It's free. No special equipment, no gym membership, just the simple joy of moving. Now, let's talk about keeping your brain active. Think of your mind like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But if you don't challenge it, it starts to weaken over time. The trick is to keep your brain engaged in activities that are fun and stimulating. And no, I don't mean sitting down with a stack of crossword puzzles, unless you love them, of course. Take learning something new, for example. Maybe you've always wanted to play an instrument, learn a new language, or try your hand at painting. My neighbor, Joe, picked up playing the ukulele at 72. At first, he struggled, his fingers felt clumsy, and the chords didn't make much sense. But after a few weeks, something amazing happened. Not only did he start playing songs, but he also noticed he was remembering things better, little details, conversations, even where he left his car keys. His brain was firing on all cylinders again. And it doesn't have to be music. It can be anything that makes your brain work in a new way. Try switching up your routine, take a different route when you go for a walk, use your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth, or even challenge yourself to memorize a short poem. These little things may seem insignificant, but they force your brain to adapt, to think differently, and to create new neural connections. Another powerful tool? Social connection. Human beings are wired for interaction, and studies have shown that staying socially active can actually help slow down memory decline. Think about it. When you chat with a friend, tell a story, or even laugh at a joke, your brain is working to recall details, process emotions, and engage in meaningful ways. I know someone who makes a point to call an old friend every week just to catch up. It's not just about reminiscing, it's about keeping that mental spark alive. Conversation is like exercise for the brain, keeping it flexible and responsive. So don't isolate yourself. Make time for the people who bring you joy. Join a club, call up an old friend, or even strike up a friendly chat with a stranger at the grocery store. You never know what interesting conversation might come your way. Now, imagine for a moment that your brain is like a beautiful garden. The more you nourish it with good habits, movement, learning, socializing, the more it flourishes. And the best part? It's never too late to start planting new seeds. So, take a moment and think, what's one small thing you can do today to give your brain a boost? Maybe it's a short walk, a call to a friend, or even just trying something new. Whatever it is, know this, your mind is capable of incredible things, no matter your age. And the more you care for it, the brighter, sharper, and more vibrant your days will be. Now that we've talked about the power of movement, learning new things, and staying socially connected, let's dive deeper. Because keeping your mind sharp isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. And there's one sneaky habit that can quietly chip away at your memory without you even realizing it. It's something many of us do out of convenience, without a second thought. Any guesses? It's multitasking. I know, back in the day, we prided ourselves on doing 3 things at once. Cooking dinner while talking on the phone and keeping an eye on the grandkids? No problem. Flipping through the newspaper while watching TV? Easy. But here's the thing, our brains aren't built for multitasking. What feels like efficiency is actually mental overload. And when we constantly switch between tasks, we weaken our ability to focus, recall details, and store memories properly. Think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to pour water into 5 different cups at the same time. A little goes here, a little goes there, but none of the cups ever get truly full. That's what multitasking does to your brain. It scatters your focus instead of letting you fully absorb what's happening in the moment. The fix? Practice single tasking. It might feel strange at first, but the next time you're doing something, whether it's reading, eating a meal, or even just listening to a friend, give it your full attention. No distractions, no background noise, just one thing at a time. You'll be amazed at how much more you remember and how much sharper your focus becomes. Now, let's talk about something that plays a massive role in brain health, what you feed your brain. Because just like a car needs the right fuel to run smoothly, your brain needs the right nutrients to stay sharp. And no, I'm not about to tell you to switch to a diet of nothing but kale and quinoa. In fact, you don't need to give up the foods you love, you just need to add a few powerful brain-boosting ingredients into your daily routine. One of the biggest game changers? Healthy fats. You might remember a time when fat was considered the enemy, but here's the truth, your brain is made up of about 60% fat, and it needs good fats to function properly. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, help protect brain cells, improve memory, and even reduce the risk of dementia. And let's not forget about berries. These little powerhouses are packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation and keep your brain cells young. A handful of blueberries or strawberries in the morning? That's like giving your brain a protective shield against aging. Oh, and here's something you'll love, dark chocolate is actually good for your brain. Not the sugary kind, but real dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa. It boosts blood flow to the brain, helps with focus, and even improves mood. So the next time you want a treat, go ahead and enjoy a square of dark chocolate, your brain will thank you. But while adding the right foods is important, there's also one thing you should cut back on, too much sugar. I know, it's everywhere. And I'm not saying you have to give it up entirely. But excessive sugar causes inflammation, which damages brain cells and weakens memory. So instead of reaching for that extra soda or overly processed snack, try swapping it out for something that nourishes your mind. Small changes, big impact. Now, let's take a moment to check in. How are you feeling so far? Hopefully, a little more excited about the idea that you have control over your brain's health. Because you do. Every choice you make, how you move, what you eat, how you focus, has a direct effect on keeping your memory sharp. And we're not done yet. Next, we're going to talk about one of the most underrated yet most powerful habits for protecting your memory. It's something we all do, but most of us aren't doing it enough. Let's get into it. We've talked about movement, learning new things, staying socially connected, and even the foods that fuel your brain. But now, let's focus on something so simple, yet so powerful, that most people don't take it seriously enough: sleep. Yes, sleep. You might be thinking, I already sleep every night. What's the big deal? But here's the thing, not all sleep is created equal. Have you ever woken up after a full night's rest but still felt groggy? Or maybe you toss and turn, waking up in the middle of the night, struggling to get back to sleep. That's because quality matters just as much as quantity. And when you don't get deep, restorative sleep, your brain suffers. Think of sleep like a cleaning crew that comes in after a busy day. When you're in deep sleep, your brain is busy clearing out toxins, organizing memories, and making space for new information. But if you're skimping on sleep or waking up constantly, it's like that cleaning crew only had 10 minutes to do an 8-hour job. The result? Foggy thinking, forgetfulness, and difficulty concentrating. So, how do you fix it? Set a sleep routine, just like when you were a kid. Go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning, and avoid screens, TV, phone, tablet, at least an hour before bed. Why? Because that blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to wind down. Instead, swap out the screen for a book, soft music, or even a few minutes of gentle stretching. And here's a little trick that works wonders: keep your bedroom cool and dark. Studies show that a slightly cooler room, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, helps your body slip into deep sleep faster. Blackout curtains or even a simple eye mask can make a huge difference too. Now, let's talk about something equally important: stress. We all deal with stress. It's a part of life. But chronic stress? That's a brain killer. When you're constantly worried or overwhelmed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that, when too high for too long, actually damages brain cells, particularly in the area responsible for memory. Ever noticed how when you're stressed, you forget simple things? Where you put your keys, what you were about to say, why you walked into a room. That's stress hijacking your brain. So, how do you fight back? Breathe. Seriously. Deep breathing, even just a few slow, controlled breaths, can instantly lower stress levels. Try this: breathe in slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and breathe out for 4 seconds. Do that a few times, and you'll feel the tension melt away. Another powerful stress buster? Gratitude. I know it sounds simple, but taking just a few moments every day to focus on what you're grateful for can shift your entire mindset. Instead of worrying about what's wrong, you start noticing what's right. And that small shift rewires your brain to be more positive, less anxious, and more focused. Try this before bed. Think of 3 things that made you smile during the day. It could be as small as a good cup of coffee or as big as a heartfelt conversation with a loved one. This simple habit not only reduces stress but also improves sleep and sharpens memory over time. So, we've covered movement, learning, socializing, nutrition, sleep, and stress. All of these habits work together to keep your mind strong and your memory sharp. But here's the real secret: it's never too late to start. Your brain is more adaptable than you think. Even if you've struggled with forgetfulness, even if you feel like your memory isn't what it used to be, you can improve it. One small change at a time. So, let me ask you, what's one habit from today's video that you're excited to try? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more tips on staying sharp, healthy, and happy at any age. Here's to living your best life, because your best years are still ahead of you.